So guys, this was the moment Mr. Dele Farotimi spoke out on why he stopped practicing law in Nigeria, because he knew there would be no way he would be practicing and then he would still have the boldness to call out the judiciary in its corrupt practices. Also, you are going to be listening to this senior lawyer who has also confirmed that the judiciary in Nigeria is fantastically corrupt. Take a look for yourself.
So your decision at the time, which was pretty close to my exit date, was a timely reminder. So you're right, it was a reminder of what I had to do, because there is no way I could have remained in legal practice and be who I am today. It's not possible. It's almost impossible to look at the Chief Justice of Nigeria and call him the corrupt man that he is if I was still going to be standing before a judge to say, my Lord. But that's the truth. So it was one of the sacrifices that had to be made, and it wasn't a very easy sacrifice to make in the moment. But I'm thankful to God today for your timely reminder and for the grace to walk away. I'm thankful to God for it.
Are you also saying, in line with Farotimi's allegations, that the Nigerian judiciary is corrupt? Can you tell us a little about your own experience of your encounter with corrupt judges? Since you said the judiciary is corrupt.
You want if you for him?
No. I will tell you.
Food for him?
I will tell you. I'm not under a spell. Not to say the truth.
Yes.
When you say that,
have you two black judges?
When you say that the judiciary is corrupt, it is an extreme overgeneralization.
Okay.
But when you say,
you are saying Farotimi may have overgeneralized.
He didn't say that judiciary is corrupt. He mentioned some judges in his book. He was very pointed.
Maybe those judges.
And when you say that some judges are corrupt, yes, I agree. Some lawyers too are very corrupt, because it takes two to tango.
Yes.
Generally, a corrupt judge does not usually take money from litigants. He is more comfortable taking money from lawyers. And that is why when you want sanity.
This has been your experience.
No, this has been the experience of the country. This has been the national experience.
You have evidence, empirical.
National experience.
You want to mention some. I think it's important. Some.
Everything you are taking, I've already started by saying some, because even at the magistrate court level, up to, have you ever seen somebody arraign the magistrate court? How the hierarchy will be going on all around, and it has so incensed some lawyers that they don't want to go to magistrate court for any matter whatsoever. Some judges will, because there is this hierarchy, some judges will dispense judgment, not justice, dispense judgment that you will wonder whether they ever slept before they did this, and they will simply tell you, you can go upstairs. What does that mean? If you don't like my judgment, go on appeal. That thing is a very strong fertile ground for corruption. And that is why the National Judicial Council must always be on its toes. Always. And I can tell you, with due respect to the NJC, that yes, the burden of their responsibilities is so high, but they need to do a lot more. To clean up the
judges that collected money from
and then the NBA,
the ones that collected
the Nigerian
money
Bar
from you.
Association, I'm coming, I'll tell you now. The Nigerian Bar Association has a lot of work to do. I've already said that at some time, I think it was in this on this table, that one of the reasons why there is pressure on some lawyers is this rank called SAN.
That's a conversation.
This rank called SAN, it leads to massive pressure on some lawyers. Some litigants, but it goes with fiduciary privilege as well. It goes with fiduciary opportunities as well. I am not saying it must be washed, but we must be more circumspect the way and manner it is given and it is done.
Valid point.
Because some lawyers would want, even when litigants have said, I'm tired, I don't want to go further. Some lawyers will say, let's move on. How on earth will a Supreme Court give a judgment? Some very senior lawyers will come back to the Supreme Court and say, vary your judgment. And meanwhile, they have not brought any reason.
But some names were mentioned.
They have not brought any reason. That's why I'm saying that the more we drag this, the more we'll drag ourselves on the mud. The more we drag ourselves on the mud. You ask me, how would this be solved? It's a very dicey one. Very dicey. Are you going to tell those who felt injured, whose integrity was castigated, not to go on? Or are you going to look in the overriding public interest? And that is what possibly, let me digress a bit, possibly that is what may have made Mr. Peter Obi, to want to bring such rapprochement into the matter. Talk to this fellow, talk to this fellow. Let's see how we are going to douse the tension, because they says a fly has perched on the scrotum.
Why do you like this scrotum analogy?
Because at the end of the day,
you were taking your hand down. This is television.
Please. At the end of the day, it is still the Nigerian nation that will bear the brunt of all of this.
Yes.
Whether it will be for the positive, the radicals said yes, or whether it will be for the negatives, the conservatives said yes. There must be a middle ground.
Please,
and what is that middle ground?
The name of those judges you want to don't forget.
I will tell you.
Tell us now. No, you want to tell you.
It's coming in my own book.
Your own book.
No,
Put it on the right, those source.
No, it's coming in my own book.
When you write that book, that there are consequences. As the Farotimi experience, we teach other lawyers.
I'm not ready to go to jail.
Thank you very much.
President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, Inspector General of Police Kayode Egbetokun, Chief Afe Babalola, the founder of Afe Babalola University, Abuad, Ado Ekiti, released Mr. Dele Farotimi from prison. Dele Farotimi is not your problem. Dele Farotimi is not Nigeria's problem. What you are doing is only a confirmation of what Dele Farotimi wrote in his book, Nigeria and its Criminal Justice System. You are only confirming saying Nigeria justice system is a criminal system. That is why today Nigeria as a country exists, so that other countries can learn how not to govern their countries. This country is almost not a real place. It is like a simulation. But you see, on this case of Mr. Dele Farotimi, nothing must happen to him. He must be released. And that book they prevent for people not to know will become even more popular. But my question today is to Nigerians. 2 lessons we must learn from the case of Mr. Dele Farotimi. As all of us don't see him, how police from Ekiti State drive all the way to Lagos State, come abduct a person based on petition where they write, breaking the protocols of interstate arrest. According to the lawyers for the office, they beat some of them, seize their phones, carry them, go back to Ekiti. And today, as people don't they shout, they don't hurriedly carry them go court, and magistrate don't sentence them to prison. So Nigeria, number one, we must ask ourselves the question, for how long we won't continue under this oppression and tyranny and the violation of our fundamental human rights? For how long we won't continue and we go tolerate them? Because we must ask ourselves the question, what if not be Dele Farotimi? What if not be person where get surname where people know? In case now you or me where be say nobody sabi us, my papa don't die, if they carry me tomorrow. Now my mama will be widow go there, they cry and cry. Everybody for Nigeria, they fear to talk. Nobody won't die, nobody won't die. You go say, you where they talk, they go say they should protect this person. But we don't know, say, if all of us as Nigerians, if 100,000 Nigerians alone come out every day, they demand for good governance and to talk about waiting no good, how many of us governments won't arrest? Where the prison will go contain all of us? But we know one die, we know one perish. We don't know, say, for this quiet, where they quiet, now that one night we they die more, because all die and die. How many people for Nigeria today where police don't come out from one place, go another place, go carry them where nobody sabi? Or even within yonder, some people as they travel from Lagos to Asaba Benin Express Road, they go stop motor, they go bring passenger down, they go say make others, they go make this one stay behind. How many where we know hear their story again? For this country, Nigeria, we go decide what thing we want to do. Because on a normal day, by now, Nigerian you supposed to gather, make we go Afe Babalola office. Make we go ask him to tell him, no say, a defamation which is a civil matter, this Nigeria does not belong to only the rich. All of us must gather to the live for here. Number 2, we must decide what thing we want to do with Nigerian judiciary. Because the destruction of the lives of Nigerians is not only happening by law enforcement officials, it is happening with the collaboration with Nigerian judiciary. In fact, Nigeria as it is today does not even have a judicial arm of government, because the judiciary is an independent arm of a democratic government. What in Nigeria gets today is the legal arm of any government in power. Any political party where they power, Nigerian judiciary go turn to their legal arm. If not, imagine a situation. Mr. Dele Farotimi is a lawyer. The petition where they write against him was written by another senior lawyer, 95-year-old Chief Afe Babalola, the founder of Abuad, who is a respected and senior lawyer in the legal community. A lawyer put the MBA seal, Nigerian Bar Association seal, on the petition. They carry him go court, and today another lawyer, a magistrate, denied Dele Farotimi bail on a petition and against allegations that are bailable. If INEC do their wuru-wuru from election, it go end up for court, Supreme Court and a tribunal, they go put their seal on top of them. All of us go sit down, they look as law enforcement go cooperate with judiciary to destroy the entire country with the active participation of those in government. Because this one where they talk about books, so for where it is the hand of Esau and the voice of Jacob where they talk about. So the real thing will make that they push Dele Farotimi, so they never talk him. They never talk him. Because anybody will talk about criticize government or demand for good government for Nigeria is an enemy of government. They go begin to target you. Meanwhile, criminals where they know they around, they work freely. All of us go decide to talk which one we want to live, whether as free citizens or we want to live as hostages in our own country. Now, Nigerians, we they deceive ourselves, say the judiciary is the last hope of the common man. Nigerian judiciary is the last hope of the uncommon man. The more uncommon you are, the more likely you are going to prevail in Nigerian judiciary. We must put an end to that level of rascality. We must unbundle this criminal system we call a government. Nigerians must come together and say enough of this oppression. If not, tomorrow, today na Mr. Dele Farotimi, tomorrow it go fit be me, tomorrow it fit be any other person. Some they don't even carry where nobody know. But you see this country, Nigeria, we not die here. We live here. Planning to harm me is a waste of plan. Because it is not a crime to demand for good governance. And as long as God lives, this country must work in our lifetime. Release Mr. Dele Farotimi. Nigerians, when we are ready, we will come together and liberate ourselves from the hands of our oppressors. But until then, we can continue to make excuses for them.
So guys, you have seen it that Mr. Dele Farotimi has been vindicated. Honestly, this man understands that the rot in the system is huge. And guess what? You can't speak out. You cannot. Just like what we see on the Senate floor, where we elect new members and when they get there, they join the old caucus in covering up all the rots happening in the system. The same thing is in the judiciary. You can't speak up because when you speak up, guess what? Corruption will fight. And corruption will fight back. And that is what we are seeing now in this case of Mr. Dele Farotimi. For the fact that he has mentioned names, he boldly called them out. Guess what? All of them are ready to go against Mr. Dele Farotimi at all time, at the same time. So guys, this is what we are saying, that Nigeria is fantastically corrupt. Like David Cameron once said it, that Nigeria is fantastically corrupt, and this time, to be specific, our judiciary is fantastically corrupt. We can't wait to start building strong institutions that can remedy the situation of this country, because with what we have today is a total mess. It's a total shame. Honestly, the kind of institutions we have today in this country with all kinds of corrupt allegations on them, we can't build a country like this. So guys, let me know what you think about this in the comment section below. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell. Please give this video a like so that YouTube can recommend it to others, and drop your thoughts in the comment section below. Thank you.